Okay, that's awesome. All right, so we got Ophelia or we've got Hamlet, and I see that chat is already voting on it. Let's see what we got so far.
I could change one of the items into the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Or add another item. Just like
Wow, 8 people want to play Ophelia. It's an overwhelming landslide in favor of Ophelia.
I mean, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
That's a good solution. Yes. All right. Well, I don't think I need to keep it open much longer than that. Let's do it. Poll.
Nobody likes Hamlet.
Well, you get to become a pirate.
You've seen him. I mean, that's the thing. All right. Play as Ophelia.
But
To be she. Achievement get. Choose to play as Ophelia. Okay. Right, you're Ophelia. You're a beautiful and independent young woman, and although it makes you roll your eyes when you think about it, you've fallen in love with a prince. Prince Hamlet is funny and charming, and he seems to like you a lot. You try not to get too excited about it because you're worried you might jinx it, but things are really are going great. Only it's been hard doing the long-distance thing while you've both been off at university, and while you love studying capital S science, this didn't happen because she was 13. But anyway, and you're sure Hamlet's loves studying capital U undeclared. It hasn't been easy. Now that you're both back together in Denmark for his father's funeral and his mother's second wedding, it's been harder still. Hamlet's really sad, and you can't blame him for that since, his dad died, but you wish there was something you could do to help him. When you last saw him, Hamlet mentioned how the castle seemed cold and drafty, and for some reason it stuck with you. You've been sitting at your desk trying to think of something you could give him that would help with that, a way of cheering him up a little, reminding him he's still got people who care about him. He wears these cloaks all the time, but then he's taking them off in warm rooms and putting them back on in cold ones. If there only was some way you could keep the rooms at uniform temperature, he wouldn't need to be constantly adjusting his clothes throughout the day. But to do that, you'd need some way of measuring heat and a way of transporting it throughout the castle, perhaps through a series of pipes. Your thoughts are interrupted by a knock at your door. A lot of argument about how old Hamlet is. Hamlet is probably, he's a university student. He's probably between the ages of 17 and maybe 20, 21 on the outside. Same thing for Romeo and Juliet, by the way. People talk about how Romeo and Juliet were these glamorous figures. You know how old Juliet was? 13, 14 maybe. Romeo, maybe 17. So these are kids that are going through this, and they had to be kids because in the Renaissance you were dying when you were in your mid-30s, so you had to get married early and everything else. But these are young kids really that are going through this. So
I thought Juliet was 2 weeks away from her 13th birthday at the start of the play.
I believe that's
right.
I believe that's right. So yeah, that's right. She's 12. That's right.
Really, really young.
Yep.
Yeah, which is always interesting. Like when you see modern takes on it, and it's like
not so much. Well, I mean, like Olivia Hussey is clearly not 12. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing with the Hamlets, right? Is that they get old enough. When you get old enough to have the stature to play the role, you're really a little long in the tooth for it. So, Laurence Olivier played the part when he was in his mid-40s. I mean, that is not, or even Kenneth Branagh was like 41, 42. He was definitely not, 20 like when he was doing it. So yeah. So, let's see. Right, your thoughts are knock at the door. Who is it you call? It's me, says your brother. Come on, let me in. Okay, should we let in Laertes, who is a noble youth, or should we tell him we're busy? Do we let in Laertes or tell him we're busy? Olivia was 16 during filming. It sure didn't look like it. Hey-oh. No, so we let her in, or we let him in, or we tell him we're busy. What do we do about Laertes, chat? Should we let him in, or should we tell him that we're busy?
Sorry.
And let me ask you guys too, by the way, as you guys were doing this. First of all, this was released on just Steam or every platform? Is it also Android and...
Initially, it was released on just Steam because we wanted to stagger this release so that we could make sure that there were, bugs were ironed out, things like that. Don't do a 4-platform simultaneous release. That's not a thing you should ever do. So after that, we released it on iOS and Android. I think was it a couple of weeks later?
Yeah, it was a couple of weeks. It was enough time for me to start testing iOS and Android again.
Yeah, just stuff like different resolutions and things like that, making sure it all looked nice.
Okay.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Would you say that it was better on the bugs this side, or did you squash more of them? Were you able to squash them more than like Kamina or Ben than in previous titles, or did you run into how much after it was already released? Did you get feedback of like, hey, you guys missed?
I think it was pretty solid.
This one's been pretty solid. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how many emails I got and things like that. It was a pretty good release. I think we got most of them. There might be a few right at the end of the iOS and Android versions that might be in there, but pretty much any change we make for one will
Fix it
affects
for
all the
every-
others.
Yeah.
Well, I continue to be amazed by your guys' process when we found a couple things in, I guess it was probably House of Hell, and
Yeah.
you know, we would send it to you, and there was an update like within 5 minutes. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall of someone who's playing the game, and then like saw in like a 15-minute span like 6 different updates. Like, what the hell is going on? So that was
just playing
it was
it live.
impressive.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, it was impressive. I was very impressed.
Yeah,
So I was impressed with that. How long did it take to do this, by the way? Like soup to nuts, would you say?
I think this was about 6
Yeah,
months.
this was one of our longer
Yeah.
titles. The guys
Okay.
were working on it quite a few months before I got to it.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones are about 2 months.
3 or something. It depends.
Yeah.
It really does depend per project.
But
thi-
because we... Oh.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, because we already had the engine from Fear, it made this one a lot faster than Appointment
Okay.
with Fear had been, because
Yeah.
we'd worked out quite a few kinks. By
That's what I wanted to ask, actually, was about whether having, you know, I assume that's obvious, but this is not a one you would have wanted to lead off, you know, Tin Man or others with, right? I mean, this is one that you wanted to do with the experience of the others under your belt, would you say?
Yeah.
Or yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Particularly with the new engine, we wanted to make sure that, you know, we'd done one of the title with it. So yeah, each new one gets better because, you know, you've done more work on the engine, and it's just gotten better as a result of that.
Right. That makes sense. Okay, so Chad has decided, don't bother me, I'm dressing. I'm busy, you shout through the door to Laertes. I'm leaving for France soon, he shouts back. Don't you want to say goodbye? Apparently not, you shout in reply. Whatever, Laertes yells. He storms off, stomping all the way. You sit in silence for a moment. He stomps back. Say bye to Dad for me, okay? He shouts. Okay, I will, you yell through the door. He storms off again, to France, I guess. Brothers, am I right? Return to your work. At your desk, you continue your work on the problem of automatically heating the castle. Hours turn into days, and you're generally left alone by both your family and your boyfriend. This is a credible reason as to why Ophelia does not make an appearance until later in the play, actually. Your father ignoring you is no big deal, and while you're a little worried about Hamlet not stopping by more often, he has asked you to leave him alone for a while he mourns, and you're respecting his wishes. But if you're going to be honest with yourself, you've also just gotten really absorbed in this problem. You decide to split the problem into sections, delivering heat and knowing when to deliver heat. It would be possible to put servants in every room and have them report when it's too cold, but that's both expensive and unreliable. It depends on the servant, the warmth of their clothes, how much they love to lie to people about what temperature their skin is sensing, and so on. You're wandering the castle grounds when it hits you. You've been thinking about how water expands when it freezes and how that could be used to tell you when it's cold, but it's not much use for measuring temperatures outside the freezing point. Your father, Polonius, happens to wander by talking to himself about the evils of drink, and you realize, alcohol. The right alcohol would expand linearly with heat, and by putting it in a slender glass vial, you could measure the size of that liquid, which would correspond 1-to-1 with temperature. Put the same markings on each of these glass vials at the same temperatures, and you've got a universal, comparable, and consistent way of measuring heat. You wouldn't have to rely on a servant's impression, they could just tell you what line the alcohol's reached. You run back to your room to start working on the prototype. Just as you complete it, you hear a knock at your door. Who is it, you call? And oh my, who should answer from the other side of the door? Seriously, who should answer from the other side of the door? Your boyfriend, Hamlet, your father, Polonius, or your best friend, Dromysiomimus. Dromysiomimus. So, what's it going to be, guys? Who should be the other side of the door? Should it be Hamlet? Should it be Polonius? Or Dromysiomimus? The super important guy that everyone knows from Hamlet. One of the most coveted roles. Dromysiomimus. Miss. Mus. What's it going to be? Which is it going to be, guys? If we could get a poll up so that people could vote on this, that would be lovely.
We need the, like, Sale of the Century music, or
I don't think they know what that is.
I know what Sale of the Century is. Yeah.
I thought
Although I have not heard of it in many years, but that guy, the choice is that guy. Hamlet, Polonius, or that guy. I have a feeling that guy's going to win rather large. He's going to win somewhat. What's up, Graydon? Or actually, I wonder if anyone's going to choose one because they're too caught up in The Witcher and its dramatic options of explicit, mature content, so to speak. What's up, Bertimus? Hi.
I have not started playing The Witcher.
It's an excellent game. It's really, really well done.
I keep meaning to.
Yeah,
about
it's
5 minutes behind.
It's really good stuff. I'm hoping to get some of the CD Projekt Red guys on. I tried to get them for a while, but it's been not easy. So hopefully I'll be able to get them on at some point. And I think after this,
Nice.
yeah, it's I actually have a couple of viewers who are Polish, and like it's a very there's a lot of pride that goes into that company. They're just very excited about that company and any game that they produce. So they're very excited about it. Yep. Yeah, a lot of people have. And then after this, I don't know if you guys would be interested in doing a giveaway, maybe, for one of our codes, one of your codes, if you're cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should get that list up.
Okay. So.
Ah, sun's up.
Yay, sun's up.
I saw that in the back, like you're just lit up there. That guy is winning 8-1 over Hamlet, and nobody cares about Polonius because, of course, they don't.
Well,
All right, when I get a very definitive chat reaction, I think we can just close it down. All right, your best friend, Dramysiomimus. Hamlet is at the door. That's right, turns out that simply wishing for someone to be at your door doesn't change who's actually there. What? You don't control reality with your thoughts, Ophelia. Sheesh. Anyway, Hamlet opens the door. I do not... this is not canon. I reject this. I reject this. It's Dramysiomimus opens the door and steps into your room. It's me, says Dramamine. You haven't seen each other for a while. It's so great to see him. You run up and throw your arms around him and you smooch. It's just like old times. But the moment passes, and when you look at his face, you can see concern written all over it. He's troubled by something. Let's see. I'm going to ask him what's troubling him. I'm not going to let chat make that call. You ask him what's wrong, and, well, there's no other way to put this, so I'll give it to you straight. Dramamine tells you about a spooky ghost and a plan for murdering his stepfather, Claudius, pretender to the throne. I'll be frank, it sounds crazy. A ghost? Murder? But he's your friend and lover, and you're not going to leave him hanging out to dry. As gently as you can, you tell him you're pretty sure ghosts don't exist. But even if they do, he needs to be certain that the ghost he saw was actually the ghost of his father. What if it was some other ghost trying to mess things up? That seems to give him pause. Hamlet admits he never actually asked the ghost for information only his dad would know. It's possible the ghost could be an imposter. I'll come with you tonight, sweetie, you say. We'll go together, and if a ghost shows up, we'll figure out what to do. You're confident no ghost will appear and that this will all just go away. You take his hand and squeeze. Hamlet looks up at you and you can see his relief. Okay, he says, smiling. What now? Well, go to see the ghost. Evening comes and Hamlet leads you to the spot outside where he first saw the ghost. We have to wait till around midnight, he says. I think that's when he normally shows up. To pass the time, you play a storytelling game you enjoy where you say one word of a story and he says the next word, and neither of you knows where the story will go. Once, you begin. Upon, he says. You say. Time, he says. There, you say. Was, he says. You say. Beautiful, he says, looking at you. You smile. Prince, you reply, and he smiles back. Who, he says. Wanted, you say. To, he says. Kiss, you say. His girlfriend, he says. That's cheating, you say, and then you're kissing. Aw. Wherefore, okay, this one I'll leave open to chat. Should we make out for a while, chat, or should we not make out because, and you can't believe you're thinking this, but what if a ghost catches you making out? So make out or don't make out.
This is all very important, Shakespeare.
Very, very important. No, I mean, it's critically important. While they're answering that question, right after this, we're going to do a giveaway, and then I'll open up to chat to ask some questions of these folks, and we'll keep them on a little bit longer. I think I have them scheduled for another 45 minutes to an hour, but, you know, I was about to say I'd let them go, but it's not like it's getting late, so, I mean, it's... There's nowhere to go but just, you know.
Yeah.
We're going to go have brunch and then pop back, I think, afterwards.
That's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Brunch time. How far are you from the office, Camino, where you live? Are you close by, or?
I'm about a 20-minute cycle. Otherwise, it's about 40 minutes on the tram.
Okay.
So it's not that far, but I kind of looked at this morning and went, that's time I could sleep or time I could travel, and one of them very much outweighed the other.
Yes. Yes. Well, I really appreciate it, and I'm sorry that I had to make you guys get up early, and also that I had to that I told you about it a couple days ahead of time, but it all kind of fell into place. So thank you.
It's
very,
all
very
good.
much.
It's so fun to be on here, so that kind of makes up for it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. As long as that's the case. Lego has voted for option 1, Smoochy Smooch. This actually, I should have realized that this also is not going to. Graydon is You lie, Graydon. You lie like a rug. You would never choose no Smoochy Smooch. That is a vicious lie, and you should recognize the lying liar that you are. It is not accurate. That's funny. What was I going to say? I was going to actually ask. I was going to ask you guys a slight before I open it up. You do the giveaway and all that stuff. I was going to ask you a slight curveball question, but because you guys are in the industry, I'm curious about your answer to this. So, there has been some broad discussion in gaming over the last 6 months to a year. It's been going on for much longer, but like the focus has been on it about how much games should be conscious and aware of issues relating to politics, social circumstances, social issues, modern circumstances of the day, and how much they should just be, in quotes, I don't know if this is even possible, but let's just say, just a game, in quotes, right? So I'm curious about what you two, who have worked in games for a while now, what you guys think about that. Do you think it's possible / desirable to make a game that's divorced from social, if you see what I mean? Or is it something that you think you should be? I'm just curious.
I don't think it's really possible to make something like that. I mean,
well, you have to take out capitalism. You have to take out any power structures to make just a game. You have to remove so much of what's political in our lives.
I mean, look at, for an example, Phoenix Wright. That game wouldn't exist without
The justice system.
Yeah.
But yeah, even one of my favorite games is Bulletstorm. Now, I like a trashy shooter, and I like that it plays on conventions of that genre, but without being aware of those conventions, without having this criticism almost, or it wouldn't exist, it wouldn't be as funny to me. So, I mean, Starship Traveler is based on Star Trek. Star Trek is one of the most political shows you can get there.
Yeah.
It was like the first TV show to show an interracial kiss
Yep.
on television.
That's right.
So to take out politics, to take out any real world examples, is to take away our knowledge and understanding of the game.
I also think it's quite naive to suggest that you can do that as well.
Yeah.
To be that you can just divorce things from social and political structure.
Yeah. It's like, can you have just a book? Can you, you can't, there are games I play just to turn my mind off and have fun, but if I had to study them, if I had to look deeper, there'd be structures in there that completely relate to
there's always
politics.
meaning in something, subconscious or not.
Yeah, same thing with book design too. Yeah, I'm more or less in agreement. I was just curious because how you do it, of course, is the question. How you make that happen. But it's interesting to me because it's something I think that all devs are having to weigh in on one way or the other, and how they arrange it is that's I guess the rub. But I sometimes see the whole I just want just a game. I was like, I don't even know entirely what it means to say that. So.
Yeah, well, Rogan's just said a game should be whatever the authors want it to be. And I think that's true to a certain extent. I just think that there's a point where you have to be aware that other people can sometimes be affected by what you're doing, and you should be aware of trying not to cause any harm to anyone. So, some of the old fighting fantasy books I've read, and I'm just like, we can't use this sentence needs to be removed because it is
inappropriate.
A product of its time.
Yes. 1983 knowledge of sexual politics.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
And it's even Hamlet references. In Hamlet, if you had gone with the let Laertes in, he says all these really horrible sexist things, and Ryan North points that out.
Yeah, he lampshades the whole thing rather than just letting it fly. It's this is really terrible. Why are you saying this?
Right. And I think that's it. Is sort of awareness of,
exactly.
and it doesn't have to be again, sort of hokey awareness, like, the answer is the following, but just sort of a more subtle comment on that as well. You would argue tic-tac-toe is entirely apolitical. I don't know. It depends. Do you put the X and O left of center, right of center, or right down? Hey-o. Okay. So, Chad, of course, not shockingly chose to kiss. That was, again, not a shock. You make out for what turns out to be quite a while as the night is warm and the stars are stunning and there are no bugs here to bite any exposed flesh, and before you know it, you've totally made out as much as it's possible to totally make out. Nice. And you fall asleep in each other's arms. If ghosts exist, and if one really did show up, he certainly had the good grace to leave you alone for your makeouts. Also, he was probably embarrassed you were both way naked. Whoa! Thank God I got my mature tag on my channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is referring to things that The two of you returned to the same spot the next evening. I have found an error. The two of you return the same spot. Return it to the store?
Have you got...
What?
Mercury Mouse, please.
Oh, what's Mercury Mouse? What are we doing?
The two of you return the same spot.
Oh, God, how did I miss that?
Entirely your fault. It might actually be
fault.
from the book, because we unlike the other ones, we didn't type this out.
Oh, that's right. It's
Just open it again.
Okay. My copy of our in-engine is a little playing up on my laptop.
Yeah, I've been having that trouble too.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Return.
Okay. Return.
It was quite a while. And nice. Return to the same spot.
If this works the entire book,
it won't.
It might.
In the evenings after that.
It'll be. I'm sure.
Yeah, sorry. Let's see. But it becomes more and more a date night and less a specter from beyond the grave wants to get some murders done thing. King Claudius and Polonius are not exactly thrilled with the two of you being together, but on the flip side, any urges to commit regicide that were floating around have begun to fade too. Though you talk about it often, the whole encounter with the ghost, if it really did happen, takes on the quality of a dream. Rather than do the long distance thing again, you decide to move in together and get your own place here in Denmark. Together, the two of you work on finalizing the invention of the alcohol thermometer. It works, and even figure out the other half of it, a way to move heated air throughout a building. Congratulations, you invented central heating. It's an invention that all of Denmark wants and most are willing to pay for. While it's not the largest, you do live in the most comfortable estate in the entire country, thanks to the heating money. One bright summer day, as the two of you walk through the castle garden, you get down on one knee and say, "Sweetie, you're the most important person in my life, and I can't imagine ever living without you," thus reversing Renaissance tropes and asking him, "I want to make you as happy as you make me every single day. Let's get married." You mean every word. It's not the most traditional proposal in the world, nor is it the most traditional wedding, but it's wonderful and beautiful and perfect. You're very happy. You don't invite Claudius to the wedding. A few years later, Claudius falls ill with some sort of lung disease, and his doctors are unable to treat it effectively. He passes away only a few months later, having never produced an heir. Shortly after, the two of you become the new king and queen of all of Denmark. Your first child, Alex, is born 5 months later, and you all live very happily ever after. I think we have dominated this book. I think that we have proven that we have defeated your system utterly, both by destroying someone in horrible vengeance the first time, and then getting married and forgetting all about vengeance the second time. So
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's good. I love the way it does have so many different branches that end in such crazy ways.
I love that. Ooh, we found a piece of artwork. That looks like, I saw this. Is it true that Mike Krahulik from Penny Arcade did an illustration or two for this?
Yeah,
did I see that? It wasn't that one, okay, but...
No. You'll know the one when you see it.
But if you go to the art gallery, you can click on the pieces and it'll tell you who the artist was.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we found that. Now it's time for the Hamlo meter. This should be fun. I'm sure this was right on line with what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's Hamlet, the true tale of Ophelia and central heating.
Look at those beautiful confettis.
I love the confetti. There was actually a bug where once you got the confetti, you could break the game in such a way that you'd have confetti permanently. And I fought long and hard to have permanent confetti, but everyone overruled me.
No confetti.
Permanent confetti is awesome.
There's confetti during the credits.
Yeah, but there was already confetti during the credits. I mean, don't make me glitter bomb you. I will bring glitter to the office again.
Perma confetti. What was I going to say? There was something else I was going to mention about that. Yeah, the thermometer. Lego, Ophelia inventing things does not have anything to do with Shakespeare's Hamlet. However, I do have to say that Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead, which was made reference to earlier. I think Kamina brought it up. Or Ben, I actually don't remember which one. But yeah, that's Tom Stoppard. It's a brilliant play, just genius. And there is a suggestion that I can never remember if Gary Oldman plays Rosencrantz or Guildenstern. But anyway, whichever one. That his character invents things, like he invents a Big Mac and like some other stuff. So I don't know whether Ryan North knew about that and like made some offhand reference to inventions, but like there is that. So
yeah, I'm not really very sure, but I haven't seen Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead in years. I read it in high school because we studied Tom Stoppard play for crime fiction. And so yeah, I read all his stuff.
Oh, that's great. So good.
But yeah, he's such a good writer. But I really need to watch his plays. I can't read them.
Right.
I don't get as much meaning.
But that makes sense.
Flute for you.
Ooh. Eleron's flute. You start sifting through her belongings. It is mostly filth and scraps of shiny things that are dropped into the sewers. Very little value. There's a key, a flute, and other various items. Inventory. Eleron's flute! Yes! ArvCon is a success, officially. Officially, Eleron's flute. Aw, thank you, Neil. That's awesome, guys. I have been Tuckerized, as it were. Eleronized. In a game. That's awesome. Thanks, dude. That's really cool. Okay, we're going to go through the stats quickly, then we're going to do a giveaway, and then I'm going to open it up to chat to ask some questions. We got these guys for about another half hour, roughly, and then I'll let them go. And again, as a reminder, I'm talking to Ben Cosmina and Kamina Vincent from Tin Man Games, who are talking to me about To Be or Not To Be, the work originally by Ryan North and then converted by Tin Man Games, run by Neil Renison, who is in chat as we speak. So I want to thank them for being a part of ArvCon. I also want to mention again that we are here for a purpose too, and that is to hopefully raise money for the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. I expect that more of this is going to come in as we get more people over time, although we do have 60 people in here now, which is awesome, but as we get more people in here over time. But again, this is a very well-respected charity that supports young scientists. It's produced a number of Nobel laureates who have done incredible work for cancer research. Pretty much 90 to 95% or more of every dollar goes directly to the research, not to overhead and stuff like that. And so I think it's pretty awesome. ! Donate, if you type that in, and actually I'm going to do that right now. ! Donate will get you right to the link that you need, and that's damonrunyon.org, and you can donate at tinyurl.com/drfdonate. Once you've done that, please type in donated, and that will basically send off confetti and, you know, the equivalent in my chat of confetti, and let people know, and then I can update the total amount gained. And if not, if you don't want to do that, you want to stay anonymous, then please just send me a message through Twitch PM and let me know that you donated and how much. I will not tell chat the name of the person, but I will update the total. And we want to keep doing that so we can continue to make even small strides. It doesn't matter how much small the donation is, but the fact that we're doing something I think is significant. So, but thanks for doing that. So, stats, let's figure out stats and then we'll do the giveaway. Choices made, 10. Times you were, 1. Times you were not, 0. Congratulations, you created a better story than Shakespeare again. All right. I feel like this music is actually perfect giveaway music, so I feel like I should just leave this giveaway music out.
Yeah.
You know? It's perfect. So, all right. So we are going to do, and this giveaway code is for this game, guys. Is that right? Is that what this is for? Awesome. So I want to thank Tin Man for doing that very much. I really appreciate it. So we are going to do that, and the keyword I think is going to be, let's see, the keyword will be, let me think, let's see.
Sexism in Shakespearean literature.
That's terrible. That's huge.
Giveaway admin is going to be, the keyword is Ophelia OP. Ophelia OP. So if you are interested in winning a copy of this game that you're watching, if you're interested in winning a copy of this game, please type in the word Ophelia OP. Hey, Zamaria, what's up? What's going on, man? If you're interested in winning, please type in the word Ophelia OP, and you will be sent a code for this game by the wonderful people at Tin Man Games. So please type in the word Ophelia OP if you want this game. Please type in that word.
So cheesy.
It is so great.
You
I love the
have to
blary
credit
trumpets.
some different music.
Yeah.
Did you really? You had different music, really?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll save it for when it actually happens. Yeah.
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 Maybe. I don't know. I'd tea would be good. I'm going through waves. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. And it's like, oh, I'm asleep.
Yep. Second wind, third wind, fourth wind.
Pretty much. But I have a brunch the idea of brunch sustains.
Brunch will sustain you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is King Henry VIII Shakespeare's longest play? Not technically, Lego. If you want his longest play, you'd want King Henry IV Part 1 and Part 2. It's so big, you had to split it into 2 plays. So if you want to put it that way, technically it's one long play, King Henry IV Part 1. And actually, if you add King Henry V into that, it's a 3-part play, basically, if you want to add it in there. So, technically. All right, so we have some people who have entered here. So last call in this giveaway.
Batman. Isn't
That's
that what
Star
Batman
Wars.
does? Which Star? Oh, right. Yeah, I'm wearing a Star Wars t-shirt.
You're like Batman, and it's like Darth Vader on you.
Hey, look.
You got the Star Wars, so you've got a Star Wars t-shirt?
Yeah, I've got it. It looks really cheap and terrible. I'm gonna fall over.
Careful.
But yeah, so I've got Darth Vader, Stormtroopers, and Boba Fett, and then to add it off, I've got my Stormtrooper pajamas.
Stormtrooper pajamas. Nice.
Pretty much. In case you can't tell, I like the dark side because it's so much more fun.
They have
It's like
cookies.
villains always get better stories.
That's true. Ben, do you have just like a random orange shirt, Ben? Is that what I see?
Oh, that's what is it? San Francisco Municipal, the buses. From
You
Oh,
said
yeah.
a public transport t-shirt
Yeah.
on.
San Fran bus represent. Is there a reason that an Australian has a San Fran bus shirt?
Oh, I went to San Francisco.
And you love the buses?
It's an awesome logo.
It is, okay, I'll give you that. It is an awesome logo. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's the game developers conferences.
Yeah,
held
that's
in
what
March.
I went.
I see. Oh, that's true.
Like-
Are you guys going to be making an appearance? Now, are you guys, I know last time we talked about this, you said, I don't know if it was that same one, but are you going to make any other, like, travel appearances anywhere? Or, conference-wise, or what?
No, not this year, unfortunately. No.
No, we're going to PAX Australia, but we can't make it to PAX Prime.
No.
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
next. Which is it's really sad, and I'm going like E3's on at the same time. I'm going to Hobart, and I didn't think I'd have a chance to go to the E3, so I didn't even think of it. And then I got a call from my partner saying that his company had been accepted to Indicate. So I was like, oh, awesome, we can go to E3. He's like, no, we're on holidays in Tasmania. And I don't know if you know Australia very well, but there's a tiny little island right at the bottom. It's kind of, we joke that it's not actually part of Australia sometimes.
No, that's New Zealand.
No, New Zealand is a part of Australia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's it. I have a couple New Zealand viewers. They will not be pleased.
I'm joking.
Listen. Who makes awesome movies? Let's just be clear. Is it Australia or is it New Zealand that's getting the job done? That's what they would say.
Fury Road. I want to say Lord of the Rings was. I'm not going to say anything about Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit because it might go on for a while.
God, yeah, it's too early.
Yeah.
It's too early in nerd rage.
But anyway, so Tasmania, which meant that it wasn't going to be.
Yeah, I get to go see a lot of really interesting art. I'll say interesting rather than my usual word that starts with a W and ends with ank. There's a gallery, Museum of Old and New Art down in Tasmania, and they hold a festival twice a year.
Okay.
And it's going to be very interesting. But, really cool. It's also closer to Antarctica, and it's the winter solstice for us, so it is going to be cold.
I see. Okay, so it'll work itself out then. All right, let's see. Give away. Stop. Okay. And the winner is Rogan.
Yay! What's my favorite Shakespeare play?
Rogan wins. Hacked, rigged. My favorite Shakespeare play is Hamlet, and answer that question, Lego. By the gods! All right, so Tin Man Games, by which I mean Kamina, I believe, is going to send you a link. Well, we're not ending, Shatter. What's up? We're not ending. We're just that was one of the giveaways. Congratulations, man. So she is going to send you a copy of this game, To Be or Not to Be. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite is Hamlet, Lego, definitely. Although I do have to say that I really do like The Winter's Tale and The Tempest. I like the romances. I mean, I love Shakespeare is one of my two favorite authors, and the other one is J.R.R. Tolkien. So I wanted to, if Kamina started down that road, I probably would have, I would have gone down the road at the same side.
I like the books. I'm not a fan of the movies.
I gotcha.
I love the books, which is possibly why I'm not a fan of the movies, because I don't understand why. Okay, we'll move on again.
Is your favorite character Tom Bombadil?
Yeah.
No, my character is not Tom Bombadil. Okay, no, you are a terrible person. You are really terrible.
Thank you. But thank you guys so much to Tin Man for doing the giveaway. That is very, very kind of you. Yeah, I'm not a big... Hobbit was one of my favorite books, and I wasn't happy with the movie treatment of The Hobbit.
Yeah.
I thought the Lord of the Rings films were exceptional, though. So, for what that's worth. I thought those were great. I wasn't wild about the Hobbit films. But
I have not seen The Last Hobbit.
No.
I haven't either, actually. I've only seen the first two. So
I didn't even see the second one. I just saw the first one, and that was that. It's like, no.
Yeah. I have a good friend who is Norman Cates, who's a lead compositor at Weta Digital, and I think he was a little troubled at the same time about it too. So, alright, sorry, phone call coming in. Give me 1 second while they're filling it out, and then we will ask questions, get chat to ask questions too. Hold on.
Nice.
Well, I guess we should talk. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Do we need to talk?
Well-
Does anyone want us to talk? Can they hear us?
They can hear us, but we'll be delayed. I think
Yeah.
they can hear us. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, can someone tell us if you can hear us, or are you just going to sit there in silence and let us just keep talking? We could blather on for a while.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes.
I don't know what's happening. Yeah, so is that? Oh
Yeah?
my god, yeah, straight. Oh,
Yeah.
at my clock. Wait, I have to go that way. don't I?
Please stop.
I can't. I'm so sleep tired. I'm so sleep tired.
Sleep tired.
Did you just say you're so sleep tired? Is that what you said?
Sleep
that what I heard?
tired. Yeah.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Okay, so giveaway is all taken care of, and so got these guys for another 25 minutes or so. No, 20 minutes actually about. I guess we have time to do one more of these. While I do this playthrough, chat, I will now leave this open to you. If you guys have specific questions about the game, if you have specific questions about what Ben and Kamina are doing as far as like what's up next for Tin Man or whatever, or why, if you want to ask questions about why, Kamina doesn't understand the importance of one of the great cultural touchstones of it. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. No, if you have questions, then now is the time to do it. And you guys know the deal. It is capital question, all caps question, and then colon, and then whatever your question is, you can write normally. But please type the word question in all caps, and go ahead and do it. Whatever questions you guys have, let us find out. In the meantime, I'm going to restart the adventure, and this time we're going to play as our boy Hamlet.
Yay!
Woo, Hamlet.
Oh, Hamlet.
Oh,
So Hamlet.
I mean, you could become a pirate. Or fight the pirates. Which one? It depends on what path they take. Fine. Just saying.
Spoilers.
Skip. Hearing equals true. So yes, if you guys have questions, please lay it on them. They may not have questions. They may be too blown away by the story at this point.
It's pretty amazing.
Sorry, I'm just...
Okay, you've been born. Let's begin. Are you Ophelia? Nope. Are you Hamlet? Yep. Are you Hamlet Senior? Nope. Hamlet. Here we go. Achievement get. To be he. Chose to play as Hamlet. Nice.
Yeah.
You are Hamlet. You're 30 years old and you're back living at home, but it's okay because your home is a castle. That's right, ladies. You're a prince. Things have been rough lately. You've been trying to focus on your studies at Wittenberg University, where you and your bros, Horatio, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern all hang out, but you were called home because your father died. Then your dead dad's brother, Claudius, married your mom, Gertrude, 2 weeks later. Yep. It's made you kind of upset. You raced home to comfort her, but she's married your uncle, and that's weird. You feel weird. Right now you're in the audience chamber of your father's castle here in sunny Denmark. King Claudius is here addressing his court. Laertes and Polonius are here too. Laertes is kind of a jerk, and Polonius is his father. Let's see. Polonius is also the father of Ophelia, whom you're totally sweet on. She's not here, though. Who knows what adventures she's having as we speak while you're stuck in this drafty castle room listening to other people talk about their feelings. That's funny because the last playthrough we kept hearing about how you constantly complained about how cold it was in the drafty castle. The continuity, the narrative continuity is just oozing from every choice. Speaking of speaking, just now Laertes says something about how now that Claudius is king and he's attended the coronation, is it okay for him to go back to France? Claudius says, sure. Wait a minute, you'd love to leave too and go back to school away from this weird incesty thing your mother's gotten herself into. It's so gross and weird. What now? Ask Claudius for permission to go back to school, hold your tongue, and just wait around. Alright, chat. Let's open up a poll on this. Do you want to ask Claudius for permission to go back to school, or hold your tongue and wait? Ask Claudius or just wait? What's it going to be? I was in Australia in the year 2000 for the World Debate Championships, and it was right around our winter, your summer. So we were there in like December, and it was, you know, gorgeous, and we were on like the shores of Bondi Beach, and it was beautiful. And then 24 hours later, I'm touching down in a snowy Providence, Rhode Island, in a prop plane with like ice sweeping the landscape and Yetis like roaming the hills, and I'm like, God, what am I doing here? Why did I do this? Just abandon my studies and just live in Australia. What's wrong with me?
Pretty much. Sydney's got quite nice weather. Melbourne's the warmest place I've ever lived in winter, but it's rains for like 10 months.
Oh, really?
Year, which kind of sucks.
Seattle-ish, then.
Possibly. But yeah, when I was a kid, my mom's Japanese, so I'd fly over to Japan every summer holidays because we'd have 3 months off. And so I'd go from these beautiful, like 25, 30-degree days, I don't know what that is Fahrenheit, and like land in the middle of Tokyo, and it's freezing cold, and there's snow because we go to Sapporo, and it's just like, I don't like 2 winters a year. I like summer. It was getting to, let me just see if I can work out, how long was it?
Is it Fahrenheit? I mean, really?
The Americans.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think it's pretty much just America.
It is.
No, I want that the other way around. 45 Celsius. Yeah, so it was like last year or the year before, it was getting to... Let me just find out what the temperature is for you Americans. I'm just going to say that. It was like 45 degrees here, so...
yeah.
Right now in NYC, it's around low 80s Fahrenheit, so it's 80 degrees actually even Fahrenheit here. Which is like, because my understanding of Celsius is I take whatever Fahrenheit is, and then I subtract all the numbers so it doesn't make sense. So I have like, I think it's like 0 Celsius, I think is what that means. Or it means 150 Celsius. I don't actually know what it means.
Well, 45 degrees Celsius is 113 Fahrenheit, and we had a week of that.
Yeah.
And the aircon in our office broke. And
that was a good time.
So for the first 3 days, I'm the one bouncing around going, this is amazing, I love this.
But
well,
you're
all the guys
insane.
melt. And then about like Thursday, I'm like, okay, it's getting a bit warm. And then Friday, our fire alarm on one of the offices broke and was going off for about 2 hours.
Oh, that was
and like
awful.
At 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon. So we're just like, you know what? Let's just go down to the pub and just start drinking cold beer.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible. We run into that on here because I have viewers from everywhere, so I run into that all the time where there's the Celsius Fahrenheit confusion. So for example, Lego, see, Rogan just did it, 45 Celsius or Fahrenheit, because Lego Freak is getting over a bad like cold. He had to go to the doctor for whatever, and he told us this yesterday on stream. So he had 100-degree fever Fahrenheit. So I think it was Rogan is like, Celsius? What are you made of? Like he was like, he's just like a pillar of flame, just like he's like, no. But I did, you know what I didn't realize? I always used to have this sort of inferiority complex about Fahrenheit, because I always was like, yeah, you know, Celsius is clearly better. The Canadians know what they're talking about. Everyone else in the world knows. But I do have to say that Fahrenheit does allow for fine gradations in a way that Celsius doesn't. You know, if I say that it's 40 degrees, I don't remember what that works out to for you guys Celsius-wise, but it's like, there's just nothing, just saying like, 0 doesn't sound as impressive as 32 degrees. You know what I mean? Like, at least we have more numbers to work with. So that's my one saving grace with Fahrenheit now, is there's more range, you know?
It's not as impressive.
I know, yeah.
I don't know. I like that.
It's always got to be more with you guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like 100 and it's over 100 and you guys are like, oh, that's like 40. You're like, that's not a big deal. It's 40. It's not a big deal. So, okay. All right, let's close that poll down. We have decided to... Oh, it's tied. Wait, you gotta at least have one other person vote. Ask Claudius. I didn't realize. I should have done stats. Ask Claudius or wait. We need a tiebreaker. Should we ask Claudius or wait? What shall it be? What say you, chat? Ask Claudius or wait? It's 309 Kelvin today. Oh, you stop that epidemic. You talk to your mother with that mouth? You stop that. I am happy to announce that we have a anonymous contribution that's just been sent to me. It hasn't been sent to me. The fact that it exists has been sent to me. $25. Thank you, guys. So we're up to 125. Yay, good job. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hype as we do that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it to the anonymous donor. Thank you very much. So we're up to 125, peeps. Wait a minute. Not epidemic, choose 2? I question this. Oh, Shadow had none. Ask Claudius. Okay, so we got Ask Claudius is going to win. You hold up your hand and open your mouth, but before you can say anything, Claudius addresses you directly, calling you his son. On the one hand, that's entirely appropriate, especially since he just married your mom like 2 weeks ago. But on the other hand, he has brought creepy uncle to new heights. Creepy uncle points? Points for that, maybe? What now? Okay. Insult him under your breath by saying you're more than kin, i.e. you're related more than once now as both father, son, and uncle-nephew, but less than kind, i.e. this relationship you're in is unnatural. In real life, people think up singers like this in the spot all the time, so this totally makes sense. Or say, you're not my real dad, and storm out of the room. So, do we want to insult, or say you're not my real dad? Insult or real dad? What's it going to be, guys? Insult or you're not my real dad? Welcome back, Tom. A little more than kin and less than kind.
You're not my real dad.
I really love... Yeah.
You're not my
really
real
love how,
dad.
like, insulting Shakespeare can get. It's just like, ooh, burn.
Yeah, no, really. It's...
Yeah. I was watching Joss Whedon's... bugger. What's it called?
Age of Ultron?
No, it wasn't Age of Ultron. Yes, I watched that. But no, the Shakespeare one he did in black and white was pretty much...
Age of Ultron? Age of Voltron.
I'm gonna...
Age of Voltron.
Anyway,
Is it...
we're good.
Yeah, you get out of everything by saying, boss wants me to do overtime. You're not my real dad, and run out.
I should try that. Neil, would that work? Neil, are you still there?
Yeah. You're not my real dad, Neil.
Yeah, storm out.
I really need you to get that editing done.
You're not my real dad.
Alright, let me, thank you though, Rogan. Okay. Thanks, Rogan, for the text there. Alright, so we've got, you're not my real dad, you're not my real dad, you're not my real dad. This is gonna dominate, I have a feeling. You're not my real dad. What? I was getting my son Cheerios, Neil says.
Perfect.
I don't know. You have to take it up with Ben and Kamina, Neil. I don't know.
I guess Neil will just find out on Monday.
Well, he's not our real dad.
Yeah, anytime he asks us to do anything.
You're not my real dad. But you got to stomp and storm out, though. You got to storm out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're working in a fairly old office building. I think it was it's a converted granary or something like that. But a lot of the floors are starting to become a little uneven, but they're wooden. So if I happen to be skipping down the hallway, everyone on the floor below me, turns out, can hear me do that. But yeah.
So great. We don't like the floor below us anyway, so it's all right.
I don't know the floor below us that well.
So they hear skipping sounds and immediately assume it's you?
Yeah.
Well,
because what you needed to do was absolute denial. You need to be like, I don't skip. And just like deadpan, I don't skip. No, I don't skip. Ever.
Oh, of course. It's
Cam's,
Ben clearly is the skipper of the...
Cam's not the person that would deny skipping.
Yeah, I couldn't help it. I wouldn't be able to help it. Like, yes, I love life.
Listen, if some of this stuff works out, I mean, if all of a sudden they're just like, we've decided you guys are so awesome, we're going to make a bundle package of all Tin Man games will be going in every new Xbox, and as a consequence, all of you have a raise of $500,000 extra a year. I imagine there'd be a lot of skipping going on at the office. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd love to see you skipping. I'm the one that comes into the office covered in glitter occasionally.
I mean, yeah, that's really great, dear.
My assumption was glitter bombing was done to other people, Kamina. Is that not true?
Well, occasionally I get into glitter fights with my friends because we've decided that we're going to own the Manic Pixie Dream Girl trope. So we go on Manic Pixie dates and we'll get gelato, we'll have glitter fights, we'll blow bubbles. It's quite delightful. But yeah, it does mean that the guys sometimes hate me when I come into work the next day because you can't get rid of glitter.
You can't get rid of glitter, I know. Anything, let me tell you, you have not seen glitter till you've raised a currently 7-year-old daughter. At that point, glitter becomes a state of it. Everyone's like, it's love, I loved how pretty this was. I'm like, it's very pretty. It will remain pretty and a reminder of being pretty for the next 5 years at every place that exists in the house. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Yes.
It looks like you're not my real dad. Triumphs
You're not my
over.
real dad wins. And storm out of the room. While you're busy doing that, your friend Horatio bumps into you and tells you, A, he's in town for your dad's funeral, mom's wedding, and they serve leftover appetizers from one at the other. B, ghosts are real. C, he's seen one and so have a bunch of other guys. D, it keeps showing up at the same time. And E, he's pretty sure it's the ghost of your dad. Finally, some adventure, some closure. You agree that you'll come with him tonight to see the ghost when it shows up again. It's such an obvious decision that it kind of feels like you don't even have a choice in the matter. Wherefore, agree to go with Horatio to see the ghost. I'll be there 11:30 sharp, you say, and Horatio leaves satisfied. Well, now you have 8 hours to blow before it's time to meet ghosts. What do you want to do, Hamlet? Be Ophelia for a while or play solitaire? Be Ophelia for a while. Interesting. Well, what do you guys think? Tom, what we're doing is we're playing through To Be or Not to Be, which is a sort of a Shakespeare Hamlet Choose Your Own Adventure spoof, originally done by a guy named Ryan North, and now picked up by our good friends at Tin Man Games, and we've been playing through it. So far, we have, I would say, won, basically, with Hamlet Sr., and then won again with Ophelia, and so we're now trying to see if we can, in quotes, win with Hamlet. So that's basically where we're at. All right, let's fire up a poll here.
No, it's cool.
I think there's outside light.
Okay.
You need to see.
We can see. If I turn off the light, we'll still be able to see because it's daylight outside now.
I suppose.
All right, there you go. Elsewhere. Ophelia, you're breaking my heart. You're breaking my confidence daily. Very good. I like it. Any Simon and Garfunkel reference is a good thing. Everyone wants to be Ophelia. We already have been Ophelia, though. I mean, that's fine, but
Ophelia OP.
Ophelia randomly manages to pull himself back into the contest. I win. Everyone wants to be Ophelia. See, that's true. Everyone really liked Ophelia, so they're all like, yeah, I want to do that again. I've always wanted to cosplay as a girl. All right, well, These are all good reasons. These are all totally viable reasons that I accept.
Ophelia's pretty rad.
Smacky Butts is like, screw you. I want to play solitaire.
I'm just saying, cosplaying as a girl is pretty fun.
All right, so we have 5 votes for Biophilia and 3 votes for playing solitaire.
Wait, no, shut up. I'm not saying just. I'm just gonna shut up now. But do you remember the Sailor Moon group of guys at PAX?
Yeah, you don't forget that.
It was awesome. And then there was like, Misty from Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
Buff Misty.
with, like,
yeah.
The most glorious beard ever.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Well, there's the whole
Yeah.
My Little Pony, the bronies, you know, that are big fans of My Little Pony.
I see nothing wrong with certain fandoms. It's certain dark depths of fandoms that I am not sure how to deal with.
Dark
I
depths.
like My Little Pony. I've only seen like first season and a half, but it's actually quite fun.
That's what a lot of people say.
Yeah, I mean, come on. There's a torture sequence in it, and the person being tortured is like, "Tell me what you want to hear, so I can, tell you what you want to hear." It's like it was just so dark.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, no, torture totally works all the time.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I grew up in the 80s and I'm just like, I can't, My Little Pony, I mean, My Little Pony was the crap that came on when I was waiting for Voltron, and, and it got in the way of Thundercats, and I'm like, why would I, or Mask, God help everybody who kept me from seeing Mask. So, I mean, why, I don't know. I'm just gonna like, My Little Pony, but I know everybody says, no, it's different, it's not the same thing. I'm like, yeah, but it's like, that was like Strawberry Shortcake territory, that was not Voltron. I mean, so.
Well, it was the writer, one of the writers for seasons 1 and 2, I think, from Cowabunga Girls.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. That I imagine. Yeah, not 1880s. Shut up, Diddy. That's typical. Typical. Care Bears was the worst, yeah. I feel like Care Bears was so over the top, though, that it knew that it was... I mean, people knew, right? It knew. Like, they knew that it was not meant to be taken seriously. Even, like, the bad guy in Care Bears was not really a bad guy. It just does not, I don't know. Biophilia for a while. Okay. Right, you're Ophelia. You're a beautiful and independent young woman, and although it makes you roll your eyes when you think about it, I feel like the voice needs to be, you've fallen in love with a prince. Prince Hamlet is funny and charming, and he seems to like you a lot. You try not to get too excited about it, because you're worried you might jinx it, but things really are going great. Oh, wait. Wait! Did we get converted? No, we've done this already! Damn it,
Well,
chat!
You can skip.
You can skip past it.
Alright, well, I'm gonna let him in this time. What do you think of that? You open the door for your brother. You can come in, you say. But I don't want to hear any opinions about my personal life. If you sleep with Hamlet, you're a slut, he says. Slam the door in his face. I think I'm just gonna do that. Bam! That felt good. Laertes shouts through the door that he's sorry and just wanted to say goodbye before he left for France. When you open the door a crack, he sticks his head in and says, I'm just saying, have sex with him and your damaged goods. You slam the door in his face again, barely missing his nose. You shout through the door that if you're damaged goods, he's an entire shelf of unsellable eggs that went off weeks ago. And also as your brother, he's got an entirely unhealthy interest in your sex life. No, you're unhealthy, Laertes shouts in return, and then you hear him stop way down the hall. What a jerk, and his retorts don't even make sense. Okay, return to desk. Left alone. I have been converted. Man, we're back. We're on the Ophelia path. I thought it was for a little bit. I didn't know it was a real option. I control reality using Ophelia's thoughts. Wait, so you get an achievement if you do think it's Hamlet on the other side of the door, but not if otherwise? That's cute. That's so cute. Alright, I'm just doing this to get through this because I actually wanted to see Hamlet finish his story. Confident, okay.
It flips back and forth.
But you've got to find the right choices.
It flips back and forth?
You can flip back to Hamlet.
Really? Okay. That's an interesting branch. I'm gonna not make out. You turn your head away after a few smooches. That's enough, you say. We don't want your dad catching us making out. Hamlet grins and pulls you close to him. I think he'd be cool with it, he says. That's a weird thing to say, but you excuse it because, you know, people can say some really weird things when they're way horny. You kiss some more, but finally push him away for real this time. What makes you think he wants to spend the afterlife watching us make out, you say? It's true, Sniper. Ophelia's so powerful, she's even the protagonist of Hamlet's part of the story. So powerful. Well, it's what I'd want to do, he says with a smile. I mean, if I were me and I was also the ghost, he explains. You're about to reply when you're interrupted by an awkward cough coming from above you. Looking up, you see what for all the world looks like Hamlet's dad, Hamlet Sr., only he's transparent and floating and you can see through his bod. Hey, guys, the ghost says. You can't spell Ophelia without OP, yes. You're too shocked to say anything. Ghosts are real, Ophelia, surprise! Hamlet looks up at the ghost and waves. Hi, Dad, he says. Demand the ghost prove that he's who he claims to be. All right, I'll go with it, fine. We'll finish up with Ophelia. Demand the ghost proves that he claims to be, or it doesn't matter who he is. The real question is, if this ghost is so big into murdering dudes, why doesn't he just murder Claudius himself? Riddle him that. So, let's see. It's going to be either demand the ghost prove, or...
You probably just noticed.
No, I keep seeing it.
Okay, you're making it worse.
Yeah, I know I'm making it worse. God damn it. There we go. That's it. That's worse. This is why I don't wake up in the morning.
Here we go. So, demand the ghost prove himself or murder Claudius himself. Those are your two options, chat. As we have now become Ophelia, when I thought we were Hamlet.
Oh my god. I'm so vain.
So bitter.
Here, have a hat. I'm not sure that'll help.
Why do we have a... I just looked over and saw what was going on. Why exactly do we have a hat?
Apparently Ben's having a bad hair day, so I figured a hat might help him.
Every day's like this.
It definitely improves things a lot. I think everyone would agree.
I'm not shaving my head.
Why not? I was thinking of organising a charity thing.
Not shaving my head.
I'm trying to convince a few people in game development that to raise funds for cancer research as well. And I'm trying to get them to shave their heads, because I did it about 2 years ago. And,
Oh my god, it has to go on.
it's not going so well. People like Ben just don't want to shave their heads.
They don't want to shave their heads.
No, I don't know why.
Well, in some cases, there's this concern that, like, you know, it's going that way anyway, so why would you speed up the process? You know, I mean, for some guys, that is a concern. I'm just saying.
I didn't. I had really, well, my hair was quite long, just below my shoulders when I did it. And I think if I can do it, I mean, you know, you guys should do it.
No.
Yeah. This is what I'm gonna...
What about shave the beard, Ben?
I can do that. I'll look like I'm 7, but sure.
Just try to give options. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Dragon and Lego definitely buying this game. This is good stuff. Brogan, murder Claudius himself. Choose one. Choose two. Demand the ghost prove. All right.
That's so good.
And then when we're done with this path, then I will then we'll do our last giveaway, and I will let these guys go. Actually, I do want to ask you guys, what is up next for you? What's up next for what you guys are working on? Can you like reveal super secrets? Neil's not here. It's fine. He's not even like watching as we speak.
No. I'm working on another Game Book Adventures story, so
Yes.
that'll be GA11?
Yes.
Yeah, we're up to 11 now.
Yep.
And a few projects that are far off into the future, so I haven't looked at them yet.
Yep. I'm working on a series called Grail Quest, which is...
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, I think it was a reasonably popular in America, I think. But basically, it's sort of medieval adventure times, and yeah.
Telling us to shush.
Neil, make up your mind. You told me I could talk about this. Oh God. I don't know. So,
like, we really can't talk about that super big My Little Pony project story that we're working on.
So,
oh God,
you know, okay.
My Little Pony. Like somehow I miraculously struck on the exact right part. Like, how did you figure out that My Little Pony is our next secret? That's true. What you guys need to do, actually, is you just need to figure out a way to convince J.K. Rowling to have a brain fart and give you the rights to do a Harry Potter Choose Your Own Adventure, and then just wait as the money just rolls in. Just
oh yeah.
They just back up a truck and dump money. Oh yeah. At that point. Okay, so the chat has decided, I believe. Let's see. That they are going to demand the ghost prove it. All right. Excuse me, you say. The ghost pretends not to hear you. Excuse me, Mr. Ghost, you inquire, raising your hand. Sup, says the ghost. How do we know you're really Hamlet Sr., you ask. Oh, says the ghost. Oh, I guess ask me some things only Hamlet's dad would know. You do so. They're pretty boring questions about family junk. You're not missing out on anything by me not including them here, and the ghost answers them perfectly. Better still, he answers them as only Hamlet Sr. could answer them, and even makes a reference to a running joke you two had a few months ago. I can't gobble this, says the ghost, and then together the two of you shout, It's too spicy! And then you're laughing like what you just said is the funniest thing ever in time. I don't get it. I guess you had to be there. Anyway, this is totally the ghost of Hamlet's dad. Identity confirmed. Talk about the murder. You go over the basics of the murder plot with the ghost and Hamlet, and surprise, you see some flaws in it that Hamlet somehow missed. So Hamlet's supposed to murder Claudius, you say. Yes, Hamlet and the ghost reply in unison. Then they notice they replied in unison and fist bump each other. Well, the ghost fist goes through Hamlet's fist and stops a little inside it, but you can see what they were going for. And then Claudius will be dead and Hamlet will be king, you say. Yes, Hamlet and the ghost reply in unison again. And then they fist bump each other again, and it's even more off this time. They're not even aligned horizontally with each other. Come on, guys. So what's to prevent Claudius from becoming a ghost and seeking his own revenge, you say, raising one eyebrow? Says the ghost. In fact, can ghosts kill each other? Because then the best case for us is that one of you ghost kills the other and then considers himself revenged. Worst case is that you can't kill each other, but instead exist as ghosts forever, which means that the two of you, each with an endless list of sins from long before anyone left alive was born, will continue to meddle in the living world, revenging yourself against each other back and forth for millennia to come. That's pretty much all of Seneca. What's up, Clark Hat? But what about Fortinbras, exactly? Oh, I think, the ghost begins, then coughs. No, yeah, I think you only become a ghost under certain circumstances. Like being murdered when you still have things you want to complete on this mortal plane, you ask. Oh, right, that'd apply to Claudius, too, the ghost says. Huh. Let's see. What now? Continue talking the ghost out of murder? Make a counter-argument for murder being a good idea. I really shudder to put this one up in chat, but I'll do it. I really do shudder.
It's not so much murder as revenge.
Right.
Yeah, when they say when you set out to... What is it? Before you start your revenge thing, you build dig two graves.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. I teach a course in revenge tragedy, and... Yeah, let he who plans revenge dig two graves. It's a Chinese thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Choose two.
Murder is a good idea.
I didn't even start with... I thought we could at least start with it. If you want to vote for it, it's exclamation point choose space 2. Or what you should be doing, which is to choose one, which is morality. Sniper saves his soul. Saves his soul. But Clawcat does not. Adelawen does not. She's just like, no, I'm fine. Let me just leap into the pit of fire. It's fine. No problem. One for the victim, one for the victim's family. Exactly, Miser. See, I knew. I know. You'd think I've been doing this a while. You'd think I'd know at this point. Like, I'd get it. But, like...
Yeah.
This is the same chat that wanted to make toast instead of being a superhero, and I expect moral compass? I mean, you know, really. For Christ's sake. Okay.
If you are a superhero, you do cause a lot of destruction around a city, say. Like, are you doing better by not showing up? By making toast, are you then making a better world?
Oh, God, I'm so hungry.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I know. No, I know. We're just about... We're finished with you guys. Your time is coming to an end here. Thanks for the follow, Neil. Okay, let's see. I could choose this and still be a Christian. You had this discussion my freshman year of college. You can get 110 endings in this story? Wow. That's cool. Alright, so 9 people vote that murder is a good idea. God help us all. Alright. Make a counter-argument. On the other hand, you say, meeting the gazes of both Hamlet and the ghost, the greatest proof that immortal ghosts aren't possible is that we're not overrun with them right now. The ghost blinks. He hadn't considered that. You're the first ghost I've seen, Hamlet Sr., and if ghosts live forever, I expect I'd already been bothered by caveman ghosts long ago, each of them demanding that I go smash in some other caveman's descendant's head to make up for when they got their head smashed in hundreds of generations before I was even born. Old hatreds lasting forever, ancient slights never forgotten, the embarrassing prejudices of our grandparents multiplied 1,000 times. You trail off, imagining how frustrating it'd be to explain to an angry and confused and immortal pre-linguistic caveman who can walk through walls how to better cope with, say, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes. Right, says the ghost, considerably cheered. He holds up one finger. So either immortal ghosts have better things to do with their time, which is good, he says. He then holds up a second finger. Or I'm the first immortal ghost, which is good, because then they're really unlikely, and we can't expect that Claudius would be the second one. He pauses, then holds up a third finger. Or I'm going to ghost die someday, which is bad. Not that bad, you say. After all, you've died once before and you came through it all right. You can float now. True, says the ghost, floating. Okay, so are you guys in or what? Will you murder Claudius and avenge my death? Tell the ghost you're in, tell the ghost you're out. In?
Toast.
Tell the ghost.
Right,
Tell
in
the
or
ghost.
toast?
Yeah. Tell the ghost it's toast.
In or out? That's it, Varney. I know. It's always a constant battle, man. Toast for a better tomorrow. Oh, man. I know, Snipe.
The ocean.
Because it was a different perspective. Depends on who you think about.
You didn't know back then.
No. I thought I was going to be Hamlet, and all of a sudden I was Ophelia for this whole battle, so... things didn't work out for me, quite obviously. Alright, so we have a lot of people who tell the ghost that we're in. We have one person telling the ghost we're out. Under no theory of spelling does what I just wrote. What is castats? Sounds like a terrifying combination of a weapon and something that's really dreadful to your private area. Okay. Current results are in. 5 votes. All right, I like it. Okay. We are in. Sorry, Shadow, but that was the same vote anyway. We're in. Yes, let's definitely murder someone. We're in, you say. Aren't we, Hamlet? Hamlet nods. The two of you will avenge you, father, he says solemnly. Neato, replies the ghost. 2 heads are better than 1, right? Okay, well, I'm gonna go now. Be sure to let me know when he's dead. His transparent body is turning to leave and you realize something. Wait, you shout, and the ghost stops. You can become invisible and walk around places, right? Float in the sky whenever you want, all that stuff? Totes, says the ghost. Okay, well, can you do some reconnaissance for us? You know, follow Claudius around, let us know his habits. If we're gonna kill him, it'd help to know where he usually hangs out. That's easy. He gets drunk in the same tavern every night, the ghost says. Then he goes home and falls asleep. The ghost looks at you. If I were you, I'd kill him while he's drunk and asleep, he says, and disappears. You and Hamlet are left staring at each other. Okay, well, let's make a list of all the ways to kill a dude, you suggest. I must kill a dude. You and Hamlet spend the next few days making up just such a list together, and now it's done. It's pretty cool. You should probably look at it. Examine the list. Ways to Murder a King by Ophelia and Hamlet. Poison in the ear. Done before. We know it works. Stabs, not always fatal. I saw a dude get stabbed in the leg and then pull out the sword. It was awesome. Hamlet. Stabs in eye, always fatal? Probably. Suffocation, easy if Claudius is sleeping, hard if he's awake and not wanting to suffocate, but easy again if Claudius is in space. Ophelia. Drowning, requires water. Explosion, requires explosions. Implosion, even harder but might be fun. Bladder explosion, requires water pressure. Hi, my girl. Old age, requires patience, liberal definition of murder. Murder him, just make it look like old age, requires makeup. Get him to read a book that's just like the murder he committed, and then he'll get nervous and confirm his guilt, and then we can stab him. Requires book, also seems like stabs would be easier. Oh. Make him accidentally pass a law that says he has to be murdered before the law can be repealed. Note, Hamlet insists we put this here because it's crazy enough to work. Oh. Thanks for the follow, Clarkat. No, Ophelia, don't drown him, that's too dangerous. Exactly. Blast him into space, which the ghost came back while we were writing this to explain is a vast vacuum where there's no air. See suffocation. Looking over the list, you decide to trim it down a little before you make your choice. You come up with a short list of serious contenders. Stabs, as it's the simplest, there's swords here like everywhere. Drowning is you think you can make it look like an accident. Blast him into space because Hamlet insists on it. And also the stupid book one because, again, Hamlet insists on it. Hamlet's pretty satisfied with the list. Your call, Ophelia, he says. All right, people, this is obviously going to be a poll. Are you going to stab, drown, blast him into space, or get him to read a book just like the murder he committed, and then he'll get nervous and confess, and then we can stab him? So let me just open this up.
I have an idea.
See you, Shadowed. What's your...
I know exactly what you should do.
What should you do, my love?
You should just make him read a book and then he will just stab it. That's great.
That's what you think what you should actually do. My lovely, wonderful daughter has joined us. By the way, chat, while I'm posting this, can we get some congratulations to my daughter for her triumphant performance in Peter Pan yesterday?
Yay!
Yeah. Triumphant performance. She played a fairy, a rainbow fairy, critically important.
Rainbow.
You were a rainbow. Oh, you were a flower fairy? I beg your pardon.
Aurora was rainbow.
I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Another one was rainbow. She was a flower fairy. There we go. Oh, wait. I got that wrong. Sorry, I did that poll wrong. Sorry, I did that poll wrong. I did that wrong because I forgot to add a little space. Sorry.
Who are these people? Ruby Ash's mom? And dad?
Okay, there we go. What? Those people are, first of all, this is my daughter, Senamine. Everybody knows her from my chat. These people over there, that is on the left, that's Kamina, and on the right, that's Ben, and they're work for a company called Tin Man Games that I'm talking to, and they're all the way in Australia. And it's actually,
Hello.
it's tomorrow there.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
But how can they do this? How can they do this with us when it's tomorrow?
How can they do it when it's tomorrow? It is an amazing, I know, isn't it amazing? Yeah.
It's like when we fly to America, we actually land about the same time we left.
Yeah.
Right, that's true. When we
On the
fly,
same day.
when they fly to America, they actually land the same time they left because they're going back in time, technically, because of time zones. Isn't that weird?
Mind blown. Yeah, blows my mind.
Oh, yes, Mini Dragon Spear goes to... Okay, well, yes, I will tell her that. So, yeah, I'm going to show you in a second. So, again, for those of you who did not see, Dragon Spear was kind enough to send this. This is the unofficial mascot of ArvCon. The cuteness is real. And Dragon wanted to be here in the flesh, but couldn't be, so instead he sent this dragon. And you can see his bandana actually says backwards, but it says Dragon Spear. And so this is going to go to my daughter after ArvCon is over. So you get this after this is over.
Oh, what's that?
His name is Dragon Spear. He's a dragon. Oh, man. All right. Let's see what we got. All right, so we have 1 vote for stab, 1 vote for drowning, 5 votes for blast him into space, and 2 votes for getting to read in a book. I think that's a good choice.
I think there should be 10 people for voting for...
You like the space? Oh, the book? She thinks it should be the book, but I think the chat has spoken. They want it to be blasted into space. So, he will be blasted into space. Awesome! I'm glad you chose this option. Awesome, Hamlet says. I'm glad you chose this option. So, wow, it seems everyone is down with this course of action, Ophelia. Okay, so space travel hasn't been invented yet. If it ever will be, I don't know because I'm from history too, so this is going to be a bit tricky. You and Hamlet spend most of your time trying to invent rocket ships, but this is with old-timey technology, which is like tarps and stuff, so needless to say, it doesn't work. However, a few months into your research, you begin to think that if you can't reach the stars, second best isn't so bad, and so you and Hamlet get Claudius drunk and put him in a giant wicker basket attached to a hot air balloon, which is a thing you did manage to invent. Then you send him so far up he suffocates to death in the thin air up there, and then the balloon explodes due to low atmospheric pressure, and then when his body hits the ground it explodes too, so I guess the saying is wrong after all, and really revenge is a dish best served at slightly below body temperature, dropped from a great height, and observed from a safe distance. The end. Awesome. Totally awesome. And I like that. They're like high-fiving each other. Art word unlocked. And the Hamlometer. Are we going to get anywhere closer to 2B this time? We've had 2 not to be endings. And it is, wait. Not to be! Absolutely has nothing to do with Hamlet at all. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Game over. Your stats this adventure. 2 fists bumped. Choices made 21. Times you were 1. Times you were not 0. Times borrowing lending 0. We created a better story than Shakespeare. Alright, so here we go. Credits. North, Shakespeare, cover artist, illustrators. I want to find, what I'm looking for, of course, is Ben and Kamina right here. Illustrators, blah, 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 blah. There, more illustrators, blah, 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 blah. There's Mike Krahulik right there from Penny Arcade. Chris Straub, too. Oh, wow, Chris Straub's in there. All right, so there's that.
A lot of artists. Yeah.
Let's see. Illustrators, more illustrators. Then we got the map, we got the UI design. There we go. Copy and logic editors. Ben Cusmina, our own Ben right here. There he is. And then producers, look at that. Right underneath Neil. He is, of course, second to Neil. That's, of course, you know, is Ben right there. And audiobook recording, narration, music and sound effects. There's QA testing. Kamina Vincent, who gets her own line. She's not underneath anybody. She is the head of the department.
Of one.
Yep. Yeah, there is a meter for showing how close you got to the actual play. Oh, and thanks for being sent over here. Thanks, Dylan, I appreciate it. My daughter has good instincts. She should be fine in high school English. Nice. Maggie Von D is a beta tester. More beta testers. Legals. Emma Renison was the accounts admin. As soon as the credits are over. Special thanks to William Shakespeare, a bunch of others. Canadian Security Intelligence Service. Uses Open Dyslexic. And gift basket of delicious chocolates.
Oh, no.
Very nice.
Yay. Chocolate? We already have bags of chocolate.
Very, very cool. All right. That is actually perfect timing, folks. Very, very good. Perfect timing. Cool stuff. All right. Well, oh my God, no, I lost you. That's the wrong one. There we go. So I want to thank you guys. First of all, thank you guys so much. Kameen and Ben, I know it was, all joking aside, I'm sure it was not fun getting up at 6:30. So I really do appreciate it. We love having you guys, and we really do appreciate you being here. Chat, can I get some love for both Neil in chat, but especially because they got up this early, for Kamina and Ben. So can I get some love for them? And yeah, when another one comes out, guys, down the line, we always love having you on. So hopefully we can do this again.
Sure.
Maybe not this early, but sometime down the line. So yeah, 6 a.m. I know, crazy. Yes, even earlier than that. But thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. And I'm sorry. Was there one more? Do we want to do one giveaway? Last giveaway or no? Was there one more code? Let's do one last giveaway, and then I'll let these guys go so they can go eat brunch, and I can eat too. And because next up after this is our musical guests, so I want to make sure that we get that ready. So we are going to have one more giveaway for the game that you just saw, and the giveaway word for this is going to be.
Well, not to be.
Oh, I have to get back into the cards.
Yes.
Come on, phone. Come on, not phone. Computer. No.
Computer, hello.
Hello,
Computer.
I can't let you do that, Hal.
Oh, look at everyone!
Wow.
That's so awesome!
All right, Hamlet Space. Please type in the word Hamlet Space if you would like to win a copy of this game. Hamlet Space. Okay, is this chat? Should I show this? Should I not show this? Hold on a second. Let me just take away my section just in case. Oh. Okay, cool. So, lovely. Let me get rid of chat Begone, chat. Not your chat, Skype chat. Okay, yes, Hamlet Space. Yes, all caps. I'm sorry. I decided to be that guy. I decided to be that guy and do that. But yeah, no, I really appreciated it and appreciated you hanging out with us. But everyone loves them. Yes, you see Minecraft? That will not be played today, my dearest child.
Where did the outlasting key go?
That could be happening
Oh,
today.
I forgot to write it down.
I think you wrote it in but didn't click. So I didn't, thing.
Oh, wait, I still got the...
Yeah, check the outbox.
Still got my... Whoops. Oh, and also, this is not accurate. We have made more than this. We are now up to...
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I got it.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, cool. All right, excellent. There we go. Hamlet Space. Okay, last call, folks. Last call.
Space hands.
Don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. No, that's not true. As you know, last call, we're going to do this. Let them go. I'm going to take my 15-minute break so I can get some food in me myself. And then starting around right around 8 p.m. will be our first musical guest of the evening, and that is Pete Mitchell from No More Kings. And then the second guest, of course, is Super Guitar Bros. So super psyched about that. Okay. So the winner is... Here it is. Here it is. Very exciting. I do have a PayPal. Well, there's two answers to that, Neil. If you want to be able to help donate to the Damon Runyon Cancer Foundation, if you type in !donate, it will give you a direct link, and then you could just let me know. Either you could tell me anonymously if you want, or you could type in donated into chat, and it will basically let me know that you donated, and then we can adjust that moment of accordingly. So if you're talking about donating to that, that's what you do. If you're talking about this thing, sorry, not this thing. That's my daughter. This thing, which is that thing over there, that's my Patreon. That's at $227.22. If you want to donate to that, that's !ArvTreon, ARVTREON, and that will get you over to my Patreon. So it depends on what you want to do. All right, then the giveaway winner is Mercurius. Oh my gosh, Mercurius! That's the second time in a row. You won yesterday also. Mercurius is the winner. Mercurius wins. Mercurius successfully wins. Hacks.
Oh, sorry again. I'll wake it up.
Great.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Mercurius. So, Kamina is going to find your name in chat and is going to send you a message with your code. Congratulations, Mercurius. That's awesome. And, yeah, and with that, guys, we'll let you guys go off to brunch. Again, super grateful. Again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. And thanks to you and, of course, to Tin Man Games, to Neil. You guys are the best, so thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right.
So.
Awesome. I'm glad. Have a good time. My daughter obviously is saying goodbye too. So have a good enjoy brunch. Get some omelets or pancakes or
From
something.
The future.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
See
have
you
fun.
in the future.
Sounds good. Bye for now, guys.
See ya.
Okay. Very cool. All right, guys. Well done, everybody. Well done. Good stuff. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, folks, we are going to be taking a break. I will be gone for about 15 minutes so I can get some food. So we are going to take our break, and while I do that, I want to remind everybody again that we're doing this to donate to benefit the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. So again, please let me know again through back channel if you don't want to be anonymous. If you want to be anonymous, rather, please let me know through Twitch PM just so I can update the amount of money, or you can click that that donate link and you can let us know by saying !donated, and we can know how much was involved in that. As for me, I'm going to be back at you guys in about 15 minutes, so about 7:45. And then coming up next is going to be No More Kings Peter Mitchell with a half-hour acoustic musical set, and then Super Guitar Bros. So don't go anywhere. There is much more ArvCon to come. But now I'm going to go eat something. So I'll be back in about 15. Let everybody know, and don't forget to donate. Make sure you do that. Love you all, and I will catch you guys in about 15 minutes from now. Hang tight. all the stars would shine at once and take your light from me. If all the oceans rose until there was less land than sea. If all the thunder crashed at once and left me deaf and dumb. If all the clouds arose in jealous rage and blotted out the sun. I'd still fight to keep you close. I won't risk losing you after we've come so far. Oh no, I won't let go. I'll make it so I'll stop staying. I'll have you for all time. 'Cause you will be life is a total lie. If everything we felt was real was finally denied. If all that we had once believed was shown to be untrue. If all that either of us had was me and you. Well, I'd still fight to keep you close. I won't risk losing you after we've come so far. Oh no, I won't let go. I'll make it so I'll stop staying. I'll have you for all time.
Once again I see your face, the surface lined with care. Once again it dawns on me that you're no longer there. Well, I'm not one to hide from my problems. I'd rather hold them to my heart. But then again, I always had you for context. Keep them from tearing me apart. And you always said you'd stand nearby, closer than any friend. And with you near, I felt faith to try. What I didn't know was you'd leave the path before the end. In the days since then I've stumbled on. Well, I've got my highs and my lows. Sometimes I travel farther than I thought I could. Well, it's never far enough, I know. I never was one for ironic self-reflection. I never played the cynic's part. But then I never knew the strength of our connection. And now I know I'm not that smart. And there comes a time we all will face, when the past and future meet. In some good time I may come to see you, but until that happens, I'm left alone upon this street. I've had my choice companions, I've had my friends along the road. A few of them have passed by the wayside, and here I am with far to go. Would you find it almost half amusing? Would you fill your mind with care when I reached out to touch you and madly grasped the air? And you always said you'd stand nearby, closer than any friend. And with you near, I felt faith to try. What I didn't know was you'd leave the path before the end. And there comes the time we all will Oh, well, hello, it's nice to see you, but I wouldn't want to be you. No, I'd rather be myself. Though I can tell you've got your reasons, and you're a good one for all seasons. You're just the picture of good health. Oh, but you see, I've got my own things, despite the problems that they all bring. At least I feel like mine to lose. I'd rather fight and lose my own wars and get to close my own doors. At least then I'm the one to choose. Well, this is on me, only on me, yeah, this is on me. Well, it's so very hard to be someone like me, yeah, someone like me, oh, someone like me. And in the time I built my own space, it comes to win my own race. In the time I found my home, you could have helped me in my travels. Instead you helped me to unravel. You know you played a kind of bold. Oh, in the home I hold my heartbeat. In the place I try to repeat all the things that worked before. Well, if you break it down as I did, and if you take me at my own bid, if you knew me at my core. Oh, this is on me, only on me, yeah, this is on me. It's so very hard to be someone like me, yeah, someone like me, oh, someone like me. Well, I know it's nice to see you, but I wouldn't want to be you. No, I'd rather be myself. Though I can tell you've got your reasons, and you're a good one for all seasons. You're just a picture of good health. Oh, but you see, I've got my own things, despite the problems that they all bring. At least I feel like mine to lose. I'd rather fight and lose my own wars and get to close my own doors. At least then I'm the one to choose. Oh, this is on me, only on me, yeah, this is on me. Well, it's so very hard to be someone like me, yeah, someone like me. Oh, this is on me, only on me, yeah, this is on me. Well, it's so very hard to be someone like me, yeah, someone like me. Drift out of my high head, take my body instead. I'll need my senses now. I'll need a way to show you how. It's not that I just don't care, but I've just become aware. Is this your picture here? Why won't your image disappear? Have you grown angry yet? Well, you haven't gotten to that yet. Will you find my words in time? When you learn that you're not mine.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Here we are again. Here we all are. Together, all of us. Welcome back. Welcome to ArvCon evening, the music portion of the show. It is the music portion of the show. Before I do that, I want to thank everybody who popped in here, who I haven't said hello to yet. Hi, Thoric. Hello to everybody who's here. Thank you all so much for being a part of this. We've got almost 6 hours down now, and another 4 hours to go today. And then another 10 hours tomorrow, so we're going to keep it up. They do still play shows, although it's been a little while, Nick's, in a couple of years, because we've been transitions in midst of changes and things like that. We were just talking about starting to set up some gigs for later in the year, so hopefully sooner rather than later. Anyway, we are here to support the Damon Runyon Research Foundation, so the more that we can raise for them, 125 so far, hopefully we can raise more for them. If you have not had a chance to do so already, again, please make sure to type in !donate. And we're going to keep pushing it as much as we can get. You know what? I obviously want to get as much as we possibly can. But any small amount, however small, is a help, and it's better than nothing that you start with. So whatever you're able to contribute is definitely appreciated. And we can hopefully do something very small, but still important to be able to start maybe turning back the tide of this deadly disease. So I want to thank, first of all, Aaron and Chance from Rose Portal Games, who were talking about Unraveled, who started off the evening. That was really awesome. Started earlier today. And then I want to thank, of course, Ben and Kamina for being awesome from Tin Man Games. That was fun. Doing the to be or not to be thing was a good time. We enjoyed it. So what we are going to do now is we are going to be moving into our second part of the day, if you will, and that is we're going to be talking about some music, and specifically we have two guests coming up. First up is going to be Pete Mitchell from No More Kings, and I'm actually going to send him something right as we speak about that. I want to mention something about No More Kings. I actually found them, I think, through something else, and I don't entirely remember what it was that caused us to be able to find them. I don't actually recall, but I found them through some other avenue or video or something like that. Discovered them and really liked them. I thought they had this really awesome kind of 80s pop culture vibe that I dug. And they had a video which went viral, which was called Sweep the Leg, basically about Karate Kid and stuff like that. So I really liked them, and they had a song called Critical Hit, which was about Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, and of course I've been using that. No PayPal equals they won't take my money. You can't even link something to it, really? I'm sorry about that. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, there's only so much. They should take PayPal. That's too bad. But I mean, I thought that PayPal had like a way to link something to a credit card. I don't know. One thing that could happen, Shadowed, is I do have PayPal. So I guess you could send it. I'm a little nervous about you sending anything through me. I wanted everything to go directly to them. Anyway, I don't know. Twitch PM me. We'll figure something out if need be. But I discovered these folks, as I say, and I thought at some point that I'd like to actually, reached out to them and asked for permission to be able to play some of their music on my stream, which they immediately granted. And so once that happened, I thought, well, maybe there's a connection there that I can actually make, and we can figure out something about how to kind of make things happen with getting them involved in something like this. And so I did. I reached out to Pete, and I'm sending him an email right now because he just sent me a link saying he's ready to go. Please click, and we'll get... Great. So I'm sending that off to him now. And so, yeah, so I'm pretty excited about being able to get him on board. Actually, let me switch over to that, which is pretty much the same. That needs to be adjusted too. Let me fix that. So we're going to have Pete Mitchell here from No More Kings, and then Super Guitar Bros after that. No, I mean, I totally get it, man. I totally get it. I don't really know what to do about that, to be honest with you. I wish that they had a PayPal option, but they don't. So I don't really know. I mean, a direct PayPal option. They do have an option to be able to, to be able to use a credit card system that goes through PayPal. It's not the easiest thing. It's definitely not the easiest thing in the world. So, but we will talk about it. There we go. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I am waiting for Pete to contact us, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put him up live, and we will have him here as we're dealing with stuff. So that is what I'm going to do. And let's see. I actually want to check something also. if I do that, okay, or if I do this. I think that's going to make more sense ultimately, so I'm going to do that. So we're going to go over there, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. Okay, so we're going to head over there in just a minute. So as soon as I hear from them, then we will do